Atticus was feeble. He was nearly 50. When Jim and Scout asked him why he was so old, he said he got started late, which we felt reflected upon his abilities and manliness. He was much older than the parents of their school contemporaries, and there was nothing Jem or Scout could say about him when their classmates said, "My father." Jem was football crazy. Atticus was never too tired to play keep away, but when Jem wanted to tackle him, Atticus would say,
"I'm too old for that, son."
He wore glasses. He was nearly blind in his left eye and said left eyes were the tribal curse of the Finches. Whenever he wanted to see something well, he turned to his head and looked from his right eye. He did not do the things their schoolmates' fathers did. He never went hunting. He sat in the living room and read.
"I'd rather you shoot at tin cans in the backyard rather than birds, because remember, it's a sin to kill a mockingbird."
Mr. Finch can do a lot of things.
Like what?
Like an airtight wheel, a juice hog, and checkers.
But we always win!
Because he lets ya.
One Saturday, Jem and Scout decided to go exploring with their air rifles to see if they could find a rabbit or a squirrel. They had gone about 500 yards beyond the Radley place when Scout noticed Jem squinting at something down the street. He had turned his head to one side and was looking out the corners of his eyes.
"What you looking at? That old dog down yonder. That's old Tim Johnson, ain't it?" "Yeah."
Tim Johnson was the property of Mr. Harry Johnson, who drove the mobile bus and lived on the southern edge of town. Tim was a liver-colored bird dog, the pet of Maycomb.
What's he doing?
I don't know, Scout. We better go home.
Aunt Jem, it's February.
I don't care. We gotta go tell Kale.
They raced home and ran to the kitchen.
What's he doing, trying to catch his tail?
No, he's doing like this. But just like he don't mean to.
Are you telling me a story, Jem Finch?
No, Cal, I swear I'm not.
Was he running?
No, he's just moseying along. Slow, slow, you can hardly tell. But he's coming this way. Come on.
I don't see no dog.
She followed us beyond the Radley place and looked where Jem pointed. Tim Johnson was not much more than a speck in the distance, but he was closer to us. He walked erratically as if his right leg were shorter than his left legs. He reminded me of a car stuck in a sand bed.
Look, he's going lopsided.
Give me Mr. Finch's office. Mr. Finch, this is Cal. I swear to God, there's a mad dog down the street apiece. He's coming this way. Yes, sir. He's... Mr. Finch, I declare he is Old Tom Johnson. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes.
What did Atticus say?
Miss Eula May? Now, ma'am, I'm through talking to... Please don't correct me no more. Listen, Miss Eula May, can you call Miss Rachel and Miss Stephanie Crawford and whoever's got a phone on the street and tell them a mad dog's coming? Please, ma'am. I know it's February, Miss Eula May, but I know a mad dog when I see one. Please, ma'am, hurry.
Bradley's got a phone? Not like he'd answer it.
Calpurnia running toward the Radley place, holding her skirt and apron above her knees. She went up to the front steps and banged on the door. She got no answer and she shouted,
Mr. Radley, Arthur, mad dog's coming, mad dog's coming.
Whenever you call, baby, I'll roll up, I'll roll up, I'll roll up. Whenever you call, baby, I'll roll up, I'll roll up, I'll roll up.
As Calpurnia sprinted to the back porch, a black Ford swung into the driveway. Atticus and Mr. Hectate got out. Mr. Hectate was the sheriff of Maycomb County. He was as tall as Atticus, but thinner. When he and Atticus reached the porch, Jem opened the door.
"Stay inside, son." "Where is he, Cal?"
He ought to be here by now.
This is a one-shot job. He won't wait all day for you. Missing will go right into the Radley place. You know I can't shoot that well. I haven't shot a gun in 30 years. I feel mighty comfortable if you did it now.
In a fog, Jem and Scout watched their father take the gun and walk out into the middle of the street. He walked quickly, but Scout thought he moved like an underwater swimmer. Time had slowed to a nauseating crawl. When Atticus raised his glasses, Calpurnia murmured,
Sweet Jesus, help him.
and put her hands to her cheeks.
In front of the Radley gate, Tim Johnson had made up what was left of his mind. He had finally turned himself around to pursue his original course up our street. He made 2 steps forward, then stopped and raised his head. We saw his body go rigid. With movements so swift they seemed simultaneous, Atticus's hand yanked a ball-tipped lever as he brought the gun to his shoulder. The rifle cracked.
Tim Johnson leaped, flapped over, and crumpled on the sidewalk in a brown and white heap. He didn't know what had hit him.
You were a little to the right. Always was. If I had my druthers, it'd be a shotgun.
Doors opened one by one, and the neighborhood slowly came alive. Miss Maudie walked down the steps with Miss Stephanie Crawford. Jem was paralyzed. Scout pinched him to get him moving, but when Atticus saw them coming, he called,
Stay where you are, kids.
I'll have Zeeble collect him. You haven't forgot much, Mr. Finch. They say it never leaves you.
Atticus?
What, son?
Nothing.
I saw that one-shot Finch.
Come here, son. You stay away from that dog. It's just dangerous dead as it is alive.
Yes, sir. Atticus?
What, son?
Nothing.
What's the matter, boy? Can't talk? Don't you know your daddy's...
Hush! Let's go back to town.
My father. Jem went to gym one day.
I'd rather you...
Go.
I'd rather you shoot it to me.
Stare at your dad. Yeah.
Go.
It's hot.
They raced home and ran to the kitchen.
Wait, so tell me when Mr. Finch can do a lot of things.
Like what?
Like, the Finch can do a lot of things.
Like what?
I can't do it. What's he doing? Trying to catch his tail?
No, he's doing like this.
Was he running?
No, he's just moseying along. Barely. I don't know.
Give me Mr. Finch's office. Mr. Finch, this is Cal. I swear to God, there's this mad dog down this street of peace.
They watched Calpurnia running toward the Radley place, holding her skirt and apron above her knees. She went up to the... She went up... I wasn't ready.
Brady, you're supposed to go that door.
Yeah.
Mr. Head, son.
Okay, we're gonna have to do that again.
Take it. Don't waste time. This is a one-shot job. I feel... Oh, that's not the right...
I'll have Zeeble collect him.
Oh, shoot.
So swift they seemed simultaneous.
What the heck?
Atticus's hand
Hang on. Penis.
You were a little to the right. Always was. If I had my druthers, it'd be a shotgun.
There it. Look in here. Again. Share it.